Dakota Johnson's shocking revelation. Jamie Dornan did something I couldn't forgive. The truth behind the scandal that broke one of Hollywood's most iconic couples. The interview that broke the silence. When Dakota Johnson sat down for a lighthearted interview as part of Variety's Actors on Actors, no one expected it to become a media phenomenon. The actress, known for her composure and witty sense of humor, was discussing her upcoming film The Silver House when the host asked a casual question about her early career and her time filming 50 Shades of Grey. Dakota was silent. For 6 seconds, she said nothing. Then, in a tone colder than any fan had ever heard, she said, "Jamie did something I could not forgive." The room fell silent. The camera kept rolling. The interviewer hesitated, not sure if he should ask more, but Dakota leaned back, arms crossed, eyes fixed on the floor. "We were friends. Maybe still very distant, but what happened after that movie changed everything." Within minutes, the clip had gone viral. The internet goes crazy. By midnight, #Dakota Johnson was trending on Twitter in 28 countries. YouTube channels were dissecting the clip frame by frame, fans hunting for clues in her tone, body language, even the brief smile when she mentioned his name. What did Jamie Dornan do? Was this on the set of 50 Shades of Grey? Did something happen after filming? Rumors were flying. Entertainment agencies were quick to contact representatives for both stars. Jamie's team declined to comment, while Dakota's reps issued a terse statement. Dakota told the truth. "We will not elaborate further at this time." That silence, slow, deliberate, only added to the tension. From chemistry to controversy. For years, Dakota Johnson and Jamie Dornan have been Hollywood's most talked about couple. Their on-screen chemistry in the 50 Shades trilogy was undeniable, almost dangerously seductive. Critics may have scoffed at the film, but no one denied the attraction between them. Rumors of an off-screen romance dogged them from the start. Both denied it, claiming mutual respect and a deep friendship. But those who worked on the set remember moments that blurred the line between fiction and reality. They trusted each other completely, a former crew member shared. Those scenes required vulnerability, both physically and emotionally. The emotions were there. After the trilogy ended in 2018, both actors moved on to other projects, but their names remained forever linked. Until now. The rift. According to multiple inside sources, the tension between Jamie and Dakota began not during filming, but after it ended. In late 2018, Universal Studios approached them with an offer to co-star again in a romantic drama inspired by The Time Traveler's Wife. Jamie reportedly turned it down. An insider told The Hollywood Reporter. He didn't want to be stuck in another rom-com. He wanted to reinvent himself, more serious, less sexual. Dakota, who signed on to produce, was surprised. The project fell through. She'd never spoken about it publicly, until now. "There was a time when I thought we were going to do something great together," she said in the interview. But choices were made. It became clear that not everything was about art. That line, "not everything is about art," has been quoted more than 100,000 times online. Off-screen betrayal. Days after the interview went viral, Vanity Fair published a follow-up exclusive, citing anonymous sources close to Dakota. The article said Dakota's bitterness was not due to creative decisions, but rather personal ones. In 2019, Jamie reportedly used his influence to block Dakota from a prestigious TV project he was developing with a major streaming platform. The psychological thriller later premiered to rave reviews. She was devastated, an insider said. She felt betrayed, not because she lost the role, but because he blocked her. Someone she trusted. Dakota was told quietly that she was not the right fit. It was only later that she discovered the truth, that Jamie, fearing the reunion would overshadow the story, had advised the producers to look for another project. Initially, her reaction was one of grief, not anger. But it seems the wound never healed. Jamie's side, silence and denial. When contacted by People for comment, Jamie's representative issued a brief, neutral statement. Mr. Dornan has great respect and affection for Ms. Johnson. He was unaware of any such reprehensible behavior and wishes her nothing but the best. Backstage sources say Jamie was shocked by Dakota's comments. He was taken aback, a friend told Variety. He thought any tension had long been buried. He was hurt, mainly because he loved her. But people close to him say Jamie has long struggled with the burden of their shared fame. 50 Shades follows him everywhere. He's spent years trying to prove he's more than that role. Perhaps distancing himself from Dakota is part of that existence. Dakota's mental breakdown. In the days following the interview, Dakota canceled several scheduled talk shows. Her team said she needed time to reflect on herself. But fans noticed something unusual. On her Instagram story, she posted a quote from Joan Didion. "We tell ourselves stories to live." The post disappeared after an hour, but screenshots went viral. Entertainment analysts began to speculate that Dakota's revelation was part of a larger story, a retelling of her story. For years, she was portrayed as the silent muse, the woman behind the man. Now, she's taking control. "It's not revenge," a close friend said. "It's liberation. She's been carrying that silence for years." The industry's reaction. Hollywood insiders were quick to take sides, though most were cautious. A producer who has worked with both actors described Dakota's statement as brave, but complicated. A studio executive added, "Jamie's team is furious. They see it as a huge blow to their reputation." Meanwhile, co-star Katrina Balfe, who knows Jamie, told BBC Radio, "They're both strong people. Whatever happened between them is their business, not ours." However, public sympathy still gravitated toward Dakota. The hashtag Team Dakota trended globally within 48 hours. Fans praised her honesty and integrity in her emotions, calling her revelation a whisper heard by the world. Behind-the-scenes revelations. An insider told The Independent that Dakota had been mulling over whether to reveal her feelings for more than a year. She is said to have consulted both a therapist and her mother, actress Melanie Griffith, before deciding to speak out. Her mother told her, "If it's still hurting, you're still giving it power." That's when she decided to let it all go, by talking. According to friends, Dakota didn't intend for the interview to get heated, but when it was over, she refused to back down. "It wasn't planned at all," a source said. "It was very heartfelt." Jamie's private response. A few days later, Jamie was seen arriving at a recording studio in London, looking nervous, wearing sunglasses, dodging questions. According to the Daily Mail, he told photographers, "I won't make any more noise." But privately, sources say he texted Dakota, "If I hurt you, I am sorry. I didn't mean to." It's unclear whether she responded. Fans divided. The revelation has divided a once adoring fanbase. Some blame Jamie, accusing him of being selfish and unfaithful. Others defend him, saying the timing of Dakota's new film release, coinciding with hers, was strategic. Entertainment journalist Riley Morgan summed it up best. "What we're witnessing isn't a scandal. It's the gradual disintegration of a shared myth between two people. They were once symbols of intimacy, now they're strangers bound by history." Wider implications. In a surprising twist, Dakota's confession has reignited debates about the power dynamics in Hollywood relationships, especially as the two co-stars have become global symbols of desire. Dr. Emily Langford, a cultural psychologist, explains. Their story revolves around identity. When a woman's fame is tied to a man's shadow, a reckoning is inevitable. Dakota's revelation is her way of stepping into the light, even though it's burning. The aftermath in numbers. In the week following the interview, Dakota's Instagram grew by 2.7 million followers. The trailer for Jamie's next film was released, and immediately flooded with mixed reviews. Google searches for Dakota Jamie Fallout exceeded 25 million hits. Variety magazine published a lengthy article titled, "When Fictional Love Turns into Real Resentment." Hollywood has found its latest obsession. Amelia Warner's surprise move. In a surprising turn of events, Jamie's estranged wife, Amelia Warner, liked Dakota's interview post on Instagram, a move that sent the tabloids into a frenzy. Some saw it as sympathy for Dakota. Others saw it as a silent justification. "It's symbolic," one media analyst noted. Amelia knows the pain of betrayal, even if Dakota's story isn't romantic. In a way, they're connected by disillusionment. Neither woman commented further, but the digital gesture spoke volumes. Jamie's career crossroads. With his personal life under scrutiny and his public image in tatters, insiders say Jamie is rethinking his next steps. He recently pulled out of a promotion, citing health reasons. However, those close to him insist he is determined to rebuild, not retreat. "Jamie is a survivor," says a friend. "He won't be angry. He'll work harder. But he's been shaken." Dakota's words have had a profound impact on him. Meanwhile, Dakota is said to be developing a new project inspired by truth, silence, and forgiveness. Hollywood has begun to whisper. Is this her indirect response, her closure through art? The unanswered question. So what exactly did Jamie Dornan do that Dakota Johnson couldn't forgive? Was it a professional betrayal? An emotional abandonment? Or something more personal, buried under years of silence? Neither side seems willing to reveal more. But perhaps that mystery is what matters. Forgiveness isn't about the other person, Dakota shared in a subsequent podcast. It's about accepting that some people won't apologize the way you need them to. And you have to live with that. A lesson in Hollywood's humanity. The story of Dakota and Jamie isn't a scandal, it's a mirror. It reminds the film industry that behind every on-screen fantasy are two real people, working through fame, expectations, and unspoken wounds. They were never enemies, a director who worked with them both said. Just two artists on different paths, painful, beautiful, and inevitable. And the truth lies in why this revelation is so shocking. Because for years, audiences had assumed their relationship was perfect. Dakota's honesty shattered that illusion, and perhaps, in doing so, set them both free. The last word, the boundary of eternity. A week later, Dakota posted one last message to social media, a black and white photo of a door closing. Her caption read, "Ending is not an apology. It's an acceptance." As for Jamie, she hasn't posted since. But at a recent event in Dublin, when asked about Dakota's comments, he responded gently. "Some wounds take time to heal. I will always wish her well." It wasn't a confession, nor was it a denial. It was probably the most humane thing he could have said.